Hey, Jay Heish with the Chambercast. Welcome back. And I have the pleasure of speaking to today Kirsten Hubbard,
Yes.
Ghostwriter Quill.
Yes.
I want to say Kirsty. I think that's how your name comes up in your signatures.
Because it depends which email I'm emailing from. So there's Kirsten Hubbard, the business owner of Ghostwriter.
Right.
And then there's Kirsty Kroga, the author.
There you go.
I encompass both.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, that's fine.
That's why it's different.
Ghostwriter Quill.
Ghostwriter.
Just Ghostwriter? What happened to Quill?
So ghostwriterquill.com is our website address because ghostwriter.com was taken. So it's often people often mistake that.
I understand how that goes, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a couple brands. I got to go through that all the time. You know what I mean?
So the actual name of the company is Ghostwriter LLC, but our website is ghostwriterquill.com.
So Kirsten Hubbard, you're the CEO of Ghostwriter.
Yes.
Elevator pitch. What does Ghostwriter do?
So Ghostwriter works almost exclusively with nonprofits. And what we do is we act as a complete marketing and development department for nonprofits who oftentimes lack those services. So things like grant writing, social media, direct mail campaigns, sponsorship packages, press releases, anything that they would do with the marketing and development, we can work with them directly and give them professional services that they don't have internally.
Gotcha. You're based out of where?
Well, Waynesboro, but we're actually licensed to work in Pennsylvania, Maryland, and North Carolina now.
What about Virginia? You skipped the whole state.
Well, we used to be licensed in Virginia. We certainly could again. We just don't have any. And you know what is interesting is that in Washington, D.C., we can work there without a license. You don't need a license there.
Wow, you should open up an office there. Have you done work there yet?
I have done work there.
Okay.
And it's just interesting that Washington, D.C., you do not have to have a license to fundraise.
D.C. is a weird place.
It is
it's different.
Odd place.
Yes. It's like an island to itself.
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. But so you've been doing Ghostwriter for how long, though? What's the background?
We are going into our 9th year.
9 years.
Yes, yes. And we actually originated, shout out to Penn State Mount Alto.
Shout out.
Yes, because Penn State Mount Alto had a launch box, and it's like an entrepreneurial help center, and they have a competition called Lion Tank. And I entered that 8 years ago and won. Wow. And that was the beginning of Ghostwriter.
Boom.
Boom.
So how many people work for you?
We have 5 full-time people as full-time employees, as well as 6 contractors.
Okay. And now you have contractors. They work in the different states that you're licensed in, type of thing. You spread out like that.
They do. So we have people actually in Virginia. We have people in Maryland. We have employees in Pennsylvania, and the contractors do some writing and grant writing and graphic design and things like that.
So it's forever growing.
It is forever
It's getting
growing.
bigger, huh?
It is. It was a unique business model when we started it, and it works really well. So now, the beginning, it was like an idea. After 20 years in nonprofits, I kind of had the idea that this kind
Lots
of
of ideas up there.
Right?
Me too.
Work.
I know that goes.
But now that we have numbers, like we have return on investments, and we can show that it works. Yeah. There's 2 million different nonprofit organizations in America, all of which could probably benefit from our services. So we almost have unlimited clientele.
Wow.
Potential.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have a new hire? Is that part of the names you the list of staff you just gave me?
We
Who's
just
that?
hired Rebecca Dugas.
Rebecca Dugas.
Yes.
Shout out, Rebecca.
Yes. We're so excited to have her. She literally started this week as a full-time writer. Okay. She has already made an impact. She's phenomenal with a big background, especially in writing, ghostwriting and writing for SEO. So we're excited to have her aboard.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe next year when we interview a ghostwriter, she can sit in here with you.
I would love that.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
I'd love to actually bring several of our employees because they really do the work.
I get you. So. Yeah. So your background is you're a writer, and I know that because I know you're Kirsten. Kirsten, I call her Kirsty. All right. You're an author.
Yes.
You wrote a book called Milwaukee Deep, which I did read. Okay. Twice. All right. I did my homework. Because I've interviewed you before in other capacities. Yes. Those who know. Anyway, so Milwaukee Deep is a great book. You can find it anywhere. You can find it on Amazon. It's out there, right?
Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can go to KirstyKroga.com, which is my website if you'd like an autographed copy.
Right. So your stage name, or what do you call that? Your writer's name?
It's a pen name.
A pen name is Kirsty Kroga.
Yes.
Okay. You're in the middle of writing a sequel.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. It's super exciting. I had to go to Poland, actually, to research that sequel. It was fascinating. World War II history and castles. fascinating. So yes, I am sure that will be out this year.
Okay. What else are you writing? I know you got something else in the works.
I do. The thing about writing a book is then you realize you can. And now every time I go someplace, I find stories. So I'm working on a horror novel as well as nonfiction. So nonfiction work is too kind of associated more with ghostwriter and helping nonprofits do that work as well.
So Kirsten Hubbard is busy and Kirsty Kroger is busy.
Yes.
And the wheels are just turning up there, huh?
They are.
You're a very creative person. That's great. So.
Having great staff helps me to do both of those
of course.
things. It would be really hard for me to write books if I didn't have people taking care of ghostwriter.
No.
So.
It's hard to get good help, huh? But you got it sounds like.
So good.
Yeah,
yes.
You got it. Anyway, so back to ghostwriter. What is the SBA Thrive graduate? You are an SBA Thrive graduate?
I am.
What does that mean?
I am. So I would highly recommend this program to organizations, businesses. I entered into it because someone had recommended it to me, and it's through the Small Business Association, and it's a 6-month leadership program. I would kind of say, I know that they have a leadership program here in Washington County. It's like that, but really for CEOs, and they're very highly selective about who they choose. So 32,000 businesses applied for it last year nationwide, and I think it was like 2,500 that got in. I actually went down to Baltimore, so our cohort 17 started and 8 graduated. So it's a very intensive program, but the things that came out of that. Not just the networking opportunity, but the plans and the thought patterns and being with people who are in positions. Everybody was a CEO. Everybody had been in business for 2 years. Everybody has reached a particular level of success.
This is for business owners.
This is for business owners.
I get you.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Nice.
So
you're an SBA Thrive graduate.
Yes, it's the SBA
What other
Thrive
kinds
program.
of awards are on your wall while we're at it? You're an accomplished person. Just writing a book alone, if you know anything, people, is an accomplishment.
Yeah, it took
and
me
the fact
4
you're
years.
writing like 3 or 4 more, it's pretty impressive. So
yes,
yeah, very impressive.
It's kind of fun writing all those books because you just wake up in the morning and you're going to write. You just don't know what friends you're going to visit that day.
Yeah.
I might want to visit my horror friends.
And writer's block is a real thing, people. I know.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You know what helps with that though is working out. That's
big. Right. Let's go talk about that. You're a trained boxer.
Yes.
I mean, how trained are you? You been in a couple fights, or what are you,
You spar. I
spar, right? Yeah. Where do you train at?
Bauer House.
Bauer House. I said it right.
Frederick, you did say it right.
Shout out Bauer House.
Shout out to Bauer House.
How long have you been doing the boxing thing?
On and off for about 20 years.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I love it.
Boxing is grueling. Boxing is probably the best workout you'll ever get if you.
It really 3 minutes is a very
it's
long time.
It's the longest time of your life when you're in the ring. And speaking from experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and the training that you have to do around that to be able to perform that, it makes the things like running, which I hate. I do it. It's the price I pay to box.
Yeah.
So it makes us.
Yeah. But you
really
got to have the cardio. You got to have that. Man.
Yes.
Again,
yes, you do.
I've only trained for it.
Yeah.
I haven't really been taking punches in it, but I've gone through the motions of it.
We should do it together.
We should. Let's box.
Let's do that.
Next time on the
next
chamber
time,
cast.
that's what we're going to do. We're going
Jay versus Kirsty. There you go. But it is the longest 3 minutes of your life.
It really is.
And then in a real boxing match, you got 10 more, 12 more, 15 more rounds to go.
I know.
You imagine.
I think the only more intense, condensed sport maybe is bull riding.
Really?
That might
Have you
be,
tried that? I'm going to be surprised.
Never,
no, not yet.
I've spent a lot of time thinking
seconds.
about that.
Right.
Yeah, it's like 8 seconds.
I know. That'd be rough.
Call Display J at ExpoNet USA for all your portable display and graphics needs. With printing facilities nationwide, Display J's got you covered on both sides of the country and anywhere in between. You've got a guy. Call Display J at 301-378-9363 or www.exponetusa.com. Also available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
All right. Well, hey, Kirsty, Ghostwriter is a member. You guys are a part of the chamber here.
Of course.
So what do you have to say to anyone who's on the fence about joining the chamber, hasn't joined the chamber yet, has a business around here?
So here's what I would say. I'm big on metrics. I actually, every month we sit down with our team and we look at certain things. And one of the things that we metric is our attendance at our chambers. We actually belong to 5 different chambers.
Ooh.
Yes.
You're in competition.
That is how important we think it is. It is the best investment that we make. And we can see when we do our metrics, the attendance, we make sure that we're attending at least 2 events per chamber. And the business that we receive, and of course, the outcomes, like our
Sure.
bottom line. Our bottom line is affected by our chamber members. We can show it. We have proof of it.
Prove that it's worth it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's even more than that. I mean, that is obviously the big selling point, is that it's going to affect your bottom line. But just to be a part, we want to curate who we have in our lives.
Yeah.
Well, we want to think about who we have in our lives. And
You get better at that.
yeah, yes. The chamber is really good at putting you in rooms with people that you want to be in contact with.
Yeah.
And people who are really diverse, but also share your willingness and your
Right.
desire to improve yourself and the
Right.
people around you. And it's almost like this self-contained community, because I know who to call if my toilet breaks. I
Right.
know who to call if I need healthcare. I know who to. You have it's a self-contained community of people who share some of your values. You don't have to share all of them, but we're all moving in the same direction. And I think that curating your life in that way, I'm not sure there is anything more directed than a chamber membership for that.
And that's why you should join the chamber.
Yes,
Get off that
absolutely.
fence, right?
Yeah.
Come on in.
Yeah,
Well, hey,
absolutely.
let's wrap this baby up. We could talk for hours.
We
We've
could.
been down this road before.
Yes,
Anyway,
we
I'm
have.
Jay Heise, Kirsten Hubbard,
Thank
Ghostwriter.
you.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank
And if you
you.
want to be a guest here on the Chamber Cast, reach out to Maddie or Brand or Paul over there at the Chamber. The information is right here on the screen. And until next time, later.
Thank you so much.
What was that?